All right. It's still sober with John Raven. If you're a sober person, hope you're staying sober. If you're not a sober person, hope you're staying sane. I got a puppy. I've never had a puppy. I've only had dogs. I mean, we got a younger, when I was a kid, we got a younger dog. We got a puppy, but it wasn't a puppy. It was just like, it's a few months old. Um, but it was an outdoor dog, and it was a husky. I mean, it was half German Shepherd, half husky. And this is a Morkie, which is a half Maltese, half Yorkie, and she weighs less than 2 pounds. She's a very tiny dog. This is what my wife wanted. Um, it's like it's been since November since our dog passed away, and we went from a dog that was 70 pounds to a puppy that is about a pound and a half, or something. 10 weeks old, and gets me up at 5 a.m. right now. We're working on that, but she's 10 weeks old. And it's like, how can you deal with that? Because she's the cutest goddamn thing in the world. So it's like, the payoff is worth it, but Jesus, getting me up, just a ball of little energy. And it's something new. It's a new project. I'm LARPing having a baby in the house, basically. It's not like having a baby at all, other than the lack of sleep. But we're working on it. It's new. It's something new. The cats are pissed. Actually, no, they were pissed. Now they're just kind of like, eh. One of my cat is old. She's never happy that somebody else that there's something in the house other than her. But this you know this dog is so small, she does not give a shit. The other cat, who's like the center of attention, and the newest one, it has been the newest one in the house for the past 6 years, is like, man, what the fuck is this? And his tactic is to swoop in and get attention while you're trying to give the puppy attention. That's his. He's like, hey, also me. I'm also hungry. Hey, remember Q-Tip? Remember the big cat, big dog over here, numero uno. So that's what's going on there. Um, oh, I wanted to read this because I want to get this information out as much as possible. Although people are already finally trying to calm down a little bit, they're finally going, it's maybe it isn't going to be another pandemic, which it isn't. It's just that's what the news outlets are. They're like, please tune in, like not regular news, not like AP news or places where you read articles that present fact, trying to present facts. No, this is like TV channels. It's like, is there another pandemic coming? No. Michael Osterholm got the nickname Dr. Doom because he showed up. He did Rogan early to talk about COVID-19 before it really got bad. Like he told us what was coming, and people are like, that seems a little excessive. Well, this is what he said about the hantavirus. The good news is that in the sense it is hantavirus and not another coronavirus or an influenza virus. This is one that has very limited ability to be able to be transmitted person to person. In fact, it's a rare exception. And so we have no question about the fact that this really is on the end of its run right now, and there very possibly may be not, or no additional cases from here on out. In the United States, there are about 30 cases of hantavirus a year on average. They mostly occur west of the Mississippi. This has to do with a kind of mouse that lives west of the Mississippi, which is a deer mouse. And they're the ones that really contain the virus. In terms of what happens around the rest of the world, it's different with different strains of the hantavirus. And the one that really raises our concern with this boat-related transmission is the one from South America, which is called the Andes strain. And that one actually, on occasion, has resulted in person-to-person transmission. In terms of the ability to transmit to somebody else, it's only a rare person that does that. I mean, we've had many examples of people that were infected from mouse urine or feces contact in Argentina, for example, that never results in person-to-person transmission. It is a very rare exception. So in that sense, you may only need a limited amount of time, yes, but it has to be one of those super spreaders that actually is the person sharing the virus with you. So that's the thing, is the hantavirus, number one, can't be spread unless you're symptomatic. And you have to be a specific super spreader, and you have to have the Andes strain of hantavirus. The end. You can calm the F down. You don't have to listen to news channels that are trying to do everything possible to get you to keep watching. Please watch us here at CNN. Please watch Newsline. Please watch Fox. Like, it's just like, please don't change the channel. So, yeah, trying to relive those numbers from the pandemic, which is it's a hell of a contrast from the thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of death to there's one active case right now, like just the one. It's lame. It's dumb. You can ignore all the Instagram reels and TikToks of people going, don't let them off the boat. And I'm time to put the mask back on and everything else. And it's like, oh my God. Here we go again. I've done absolutely zero research or listened to anybody with expertise. I'm just going off of gut. Great, good. Good for you. Go with your gut. What are you, 22 years old? Yes, why don't you go off of your experience? In your experience, what do you think's going to happen? Sounds great. I'd have to share this this story real quick. This is so I have to go pick up. We had our delivery truck repaired, and it was ready. So I go pick it up at this auto shop. Now, this isn't a regular auto shop that that families and regular people go to. This is mainly, they do work on personal vehicles, but most of what they do are like trucks, like box trucks, and you haul that kind of thing for like commercial vehicle repair. So it doesn't surprise me. It's not something that kids go into. But anyway, I say that because I walk in to the main office, and our usual guy is not in there. He's usually working behind the counter, but he's in the garage. There's nobody in there. So it's just me standing there alone in the lobby with a TV, and they have streaming services that while people are waiting on their vehicle to be fixed, you can just turn on whatever. And the person who was waiting before me apparently decided to watch Euphoria. So I walk in, I'm standing there by myself, waiting to pick up the truck, and then it's just me and Sydney Sweeney's tits. That's it. That's all that's going on. Is just nudity and me. And I'm like, okay, fine. This is not something I normally watch in public. This is, I'm fairly uncomfortable. And then, as I'm feeling this, a couple in their early 20s who just got their Beamer towed there walk in. And I look at them and I gesture to the TV and I'm like, come join us, apparently. And the guy looks and just goes, geez. Like he's visibly uncomfortable too. So that's two dudes, visibly uncomfortable. And the girl looks and goes, oh, I haven't seen this episode yet. That's why she's upset. She got upset because, spoiler alert, Auto Shop, it was the latest episode that had just come out, I guess, the day before. So it's like, she had no problem with what was going on the screen other than the fact that she had not watched that episode yet, and she didn't think anything was going to get spoiled for her at the Auto Shop. So that really made me chuckle. It was just, it's like, well, spoiler alert, Sydney Sweeney is topless in the latest episode. I don't know if I've ruined anything for you, but that's what happened. Good Lord. Well, I think I'll have more to talk about next week. Hopefully, not a lot going on. I've only got 2 more episodes of Survivor Season 50. I'm not watching anything else. There's, other than Project Hail Mary, there's no movies out. And that's only just out to rent. And if you haven't seen it, by the way, it might be I'm not saying it's one of the best movies ever made. I'm saying it's one of my favorite movies I've ever seen. I mean, it really bumped out a lot of other movies. I'm not saying it's one of the best. I'm saying it's one of my favorites. Absolutely. I know there's a running joke. People talk about how great Paddington 2 is about touching and stuff like, touching right, emotionally and all this other stuff. And it's just not, I'm not saying that one did. This is a touching movie in space. I love Christopher Nolan and Interstellar being as serious and tense. That movie's like tense, like the whole way through. This was not. This is, and I shouldn't like the movie because, I don't, I like to control my emotions and keep them in check. But this one just makes them go all over the place. Much like that fucking puppy that we have, just brings emotions out of me, which apparently is healthy. So I'll deal with it, I guess. Good for me. StillSoberPod@gmail.com for any questions or comments that are positive to neutral. See you next week. All right then. Later.